Every gilded cage is built with walls of comfort. The only question is what you're paying for them.
All right, welcome to The Explainer. We're going to jump right in today with something that's, well, it's right on that fine line between an incredible breakthrough and, honestly, a little terrifying. We're talking about the one place that's supposed to be yours and yours alone, your own mind.
So let's just kick things off with this question. Imagine if technology could literally read your mind. I mean, not just guess, but read it. And what if it could edit it too? What happens to the idea of you then? Does that private inner world that we all have, does it just become a thing of the past? And look, this is not science fiction. This isn't some far-off, maybe one-day thing. The pieces for brain-computer interfaces, they're being put together as we speak. The ability to decode brain signals into actual thoughts, or even to pump information into the brain, yeah, that's moving from what if to how soon really, really fast. So let's get into it. First up, the end of privacy. And to understand that, we have to talk about the tech at the center of all this, the brain-computer interface, or as you'll hear it called, BCI.
So, what is a BCI? Think of it as a direct link, a data cable running from your brain to a computer. And the upside? It's huge. I mean, we're talking about helping people who are paralyzed move again, or controlling a robotic arm just by thinking about it. Incredible, right? But, and this is a big but, it also opens up a whole new can of worms when it comes to our mental freedom, to the idea that our minds are our own.
When you really boil it down, the danger comes in two flavors. First, there's brain tapping, and that's exactly what it sounds like, digital mind reading. Someone could just pull your thoughts out. Then there's the second one, and this one might be even scarier. Misleading stimuli attacks. That's where someone could feed false information directly into your brain, making you feel an emotion or do something, all while you think it was your own idea.
But here's the kicker. Before we even get to a BCI hacking your brain, we have to be honest with ourselves. Our minds are already full of backdoors. These aren't new vulnerabilities created by tech, nope. They've always been there. Technology is just getting really, really good at finding and exploiting them.
You know, our own psychology can be used against us. Just take our confidence, for example. You think being confident is a good thing, right? A shield. But check out this quote. The best way to fool someone who's smart is to tell them they're too smart to be fooled. Because as soon as you believe you're immune, you stop looking for the trap. That's the opening.
And we're social animals, right? That creates all sorts of pressure points. Think about the last time you apologized for something. Was it really because you were sorry? Or was it, more of a social survival move? A way to keep the peace, to make sure you don't get kicked out of the group. That fear of being isolated is a powerful, powerful thing.
And this one's a biggie. It's like a fundamental glitch in our brain's operating system. We're wired to think that if we hear something over and over and over again, it must be true. Our brain isn't really checking the facts. It's just checking how many times it's heard the message. And that, my friends, is a backdoor that propagandists have been walking through for a very long time.
Okay, so these little psychological quirks, they don't just exist on their own in a vacuum. They get used, they get manipulated by these bigger systems, these architectures of control that have been built up and perfected over centuries.
And to really get a handle on this, one of the sources we looked at uses this really powerful and pretty provocative metaphor. It argues that what it calls plantation logics, systems built on control, exploitation, and surveillance, they never actually went away. They just morphed, they evolved, and you can still find their DNA in a lot of modern workplaces, really shaping how employers and employees relate to each other.
A perfect modern example, golden handcuffs. We're not talking about actual physical chains here. We're talking about things like stock options or bonuses that are so good it would be financial suicide to leave your job, even if you hate it. So yeah, you're technically free to leave, but the price of that freedom is just way too high.
And here's another one, job lock. This one is all about being trapped by necessity. It means you can't just up and leave your job because you're tied to it by something you absolutely need, like your health insurance. So it's not about wanting to stay, it's about not being able to afford the risk of leaving for you and your family.
Now, let's bring it to the present day, because all these age-old ideas of control, they're now being put on steroids by a brand new force, artificial intelligence.
And just to show you how real that job lock thing is, check out this number. Studies estimate that because health insurance is tied to our jobs, it cuts down the number of people who voluntarily quit
by a massive 25%, or even more. That is a huge number, and it shows you just how much these systems lock us in. And now, AI is pouring gasoline on that fire.
You see, AI-driven platforms have gotten this whole control thing down to a science. It's basically a 4-step playbook. Step 1, track everything you do, every click, every pause. Step 2, use that data to build a scarily accurate profile of you. Step 3, shove content in your face that's designed to make you feel something, angry, happy, whatever. And step 4, keep you coming back for more with these little dopamine hits that are basically engineered to be addictive.
So what this means is, the AI isn't just guessing what you like anymore. It's learning to read your emotions. It can figure out your mood from the words you type, from your facial expression on a video call, even from biometric data from your watch. And once it knows how you're feeling, it can specifically poke at that feeling, push your buttons, to make you outraged or excited, all in the name of keeping you hooked, keeping you scrolling.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together. We're going to circle all the way back to the brain-computer interface now, but this time we're going in with our eyes wide open about all the ways we're already being manipulated, psychologically, systemically, and now algorithmically. Because when you really think about it, what's happening on social media right now? It's the perfect training wheels for the kind of direct brain manipulation we're talking about. I mean, if an algorithm already knows the exact right buttons to push to make you furious, then using a BCI to do the same thing isn't some giant leap into the unknown. It's just a more efficient delivery system. It's going from your screen straight into your synapses.
So, how do we fight this? What's the defense? Well, in this brave new world, we have to start building something people are calling cognitive sovereignty. It's a fancy term, but it's a simple idea. It's the right to your own mind, the right to think your own thoughts without some algorithm or eventually some neural implant pulling the strings.
And this whole thing, it really forces our hand. It makes us face one of the oldest, deepest questions in all of philosophy, the hard problem of consciousness, which is basically, why do we feel things? It's not just about the brain processing information. It's, why does it feel like something to be you? Why do you have this inner movie, this first-person view of the world?
Which brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. When your emotions can be manufactured by an algorithm and your private thoughts can be opened up and read like a text file, what does it even mean to be you? How much of you is you, and how much is just code? That's not a question for the future anymore. It's a question for right now.